Hello, welcome to Pedals to Pistons. I'm Jamie, and today I'm going to be doing another motorcycle video. Today's video is going to be reconfiguring the shifting into a GP style. So essentially I'm just going to be reversing the pattern that I shift in. So it's going to be 1 up, 5 down. Let's see how I do it. Okay, I wasn't expecting to put this edit in the video, but I made a complete schoolboy error. Like I said, learning with experience, or learning from experience. When you're new to vlogging and using a camera, etc., things aren't always obvious. So you'll notice on the video where I've got the gearing the normal way, it's completely washed out. Muggins have bought the wrong filter. So I'm hoping this footage looks even better. New filter invested in, learnt my lesson, do a bit more research, but everything's a journey, right? So just need to make sure that I'm doing a bit more research, but failure is all part of learning, and if you don't fail, you can't grow. So here we are, out on the road. A few months back, my friend let me have a go on his R1M. Absolutely beautiful bike, but as I was getting on it, he told me that the gearing had been reversed. So I automatically thought to myself, shit, that's going to play havoc with the brain. But when I got on the bike and started riding, I'll admit, I only misshifted once. Now, that felt so intuitive. Actually pressing down to go up through the gears felt natural, felt really good. Don't know, also felt like the biomechanics of the foot, it might suit that better, but as you know, it sort of originated in MotoGP and it's gone on since there. So today's video is about putting the Z900 and reversing its shifting into GP mode. Now, I've been riding it for about 2 months in GP mode, probably about 6 weeks actually. But what I'm going to do today, this video, is actually show how I did it. So I've actually put the bike back into its original state with shifting as it comes out of the factory, just so I can demonstrate the differences between 1 down, 5 up, or 1 up, 5 down. I fucking love this bike. Now, one of the areas where the GP shifting does feel good is in the corners. When you're going around the left corner, you've got your foot on top of the shift selector. Now that actually feels so much better. You're not awkwardly, well, it's not awkward, but you're not moving yourself in the corner to be able to position yourself underneath to click up. It's just like when I was about to go, when I go left now, I've actually got to put my foot underneath to change up. I'm a bit better prepped today. I've got an apron on, I've got shoes on, and I've got all the tools ready. So with the bike up on the paddock stand, what do we have? What do we need? We've got my new middle aisle Audi Find, my magnetic tray. We've got some Threadlock. I've got an 8mm socket. I've got an extension bar ×2. I've got a 4mm hex bolt, and then I've got a 10mm spanner. That's all I need. I've also got a bucket because I think there'll be a little bit of cleaning to do behind the sprocket cover. Let's get into it. So first things first, we are going to remove this fairing piece here. So we are going to take this off. Okay, that's those 2 bolts out. That was using the 4mm hex bolt. So it's just got a couple of plugs. It's got a plug up here and it comes out nice and easy. We then
got 4 8mm bolts to remove around the front sprocket cover. Crack them all off and then focus on undoing them all. You got one just in here. By removing this just gives us access to the piece we need to change. With that removed, we can now remove the linkage rod. Okay, with that removed, we're now going to reverse the connection piece here. So there is a bolt just on the back, so we're going to crack that off. I'm even wearing gloves today, and it's a beautiful day. Okay, this has got a little bit of Threadlock on, which is where I'm going to reapply it. I'm going to slide this off. It's a little bit grimy inside here. Now, as I've already had the bike in GP shifting mode for 2 months, 6 weeks, 2 months, can't remember what it is, I've already cleaned the inside of the front sprocket housing. This was absolutely hanging, so I had it off and soaking for a few days. So it might be worth giving this a good clean while you do this. Right, now I'm going to give the bike just a little bit of a clean with a toothbrush, get in there, and then I'm going to reassemble. It's pretty fucking hanging in here. Now, strange thing while I'm cleaning this, do you ever think that every toothbrush you've ever used is still in existence? Random thought. Plastic takes ages to degrade, so that means the plastic toothbrush I used as a child, if it hasn't been burnt, it's still buried somewhere. Random thoughts. Now I'm going to focus on putting the bike back together. So I've given it a wipe down inside. I am going to be replacing the chain and sprockets in a couple of weeks. I know it's almost the end of summer, but it needs doing, and I'm probably going to go down a tooth as well. My last Z1000 I went down a tooth and it was amazing. I know this is a Z900, it's not the 1000, but you don't ride it fast on the highways, etc. It's more of a hooning bike, so going down a tooth won't really hurt. Right, so let's go with the next step. The next step, I'm going to take the linkage piece and slide it back on. There we go, we're in place. Okay, next got some Threadlock. So I'm just going to put the Threadlock on top. Okay, the bolt is now on the other side. So this is why you need the sprocket cover off. So you can have access. So with your 10mm spanner, you can do the bolt back up. Now, before this summer's out, we are going to be putting a roof and doors on this little horseshoe blocks so that the bike can have a house. That was the whole point of building it, the whole front garden project. Now we're back on with the linkage bolt mod. Now, I will take the 10mm spanner out with me to make some micro adjustments on the road if I need be. There we go, she's on. Now, back on with the front sprocket housing. Slides in. The wiring is quite tight in here. I just need to, that's why you take the fairing off, because it gives you the chance to move it around. Okay, back on with the bolts. So I'm just going to line them all up. I've got my top one. The bottom one. Lower left. Then there's one that just peeks behind the loom, right in here. So get that one seated. And that's the toughest one to get to. Right, so I'm going to get these all up hand tight. No, stand up. And re-put the breather pipes back in where they were fed. So they were fed down into here. Okay, and the last piece we need to do to finish off the job is put the fairing back on. So you've got rubber bung on the back too, so seat them in, they're housing where they go on the frame, get them in, and now start with your bolts. Then
start. The bike is in GP shift, and I'm having filming retake, take 3. So as you know from the start of the video, the first one was too washed out. The second one, well, it cut out halfway through, didn't it? So now the third one, we're going to try again. I'm on my way home from work, and yeah, I'm going to hit the A38 in a minute, and then demonstrate how much different that downshift is. As I said in the video, it just feels biomechanically different. I feel a lot more confident, and it makes me feel a lot better on the bike. So anything that makes you feel confident is a good thing, right? So what bikes are you all riding? Has anyone got any good naked bikes they can suggest at the minute? I do love the Z900, want to test ride a couple. I've just had Triumph come back to me about taking one of theirs out for a test ride. Right, here we go. Well, I love my exhaust. See how smooth it is. It feels better. My changes feel smoother. My foot positioning feels better. Whether it's just because I've got shin ankle mobility or not, but it just feels better for me in general. We got a left up here as we join the 386. Like I said, when you go left, it feels so much better as you go around the left turn. Your feet just feel, you're not struggling to get under the, well, I don't struggle anyway, but you're not getting under the gear selector as you're going around the left corner. It just, like I said, feel more planted. Shift. That doesn't happen very often. There I am talking about how confident it is, and you get a miss shift. More comfortable. Honest feedback time. Do you enjoy the content? Anything I can do better? It's like I said, it's all a learning experience. If you like the videos, give us a like, maybe even a comment, maybe a subscribe. I'm going to get back to cycling content from this weekend. I've got a ride planned, and I've got a video planned, and that's kind of the hard thing now, is thinking up what the next content looks like. Yeah, my fitness journey is doing all right at the moment. I've been playing around with a bit of mechanical stuff on the bike, and yeah, it's like, what next? So I'm going to be going for another half Ironman next year, maybe 2. So I'm just going to get home now, go for a quick run, settle down into some emails, and then some video editing for the evening. Need to make sure everything's charged up, because I'm actually going to get my ride done tomorrow after work, because I'm taking my lad to the gym on Thursday. Anyway, there's a nice route home here, and it's got a nice sweeping left